Hello YouTube, my name's Jay, and welcome back to my weekly vlogging series. First off, what I wanted to talk about is tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time. This vlog's coming out at noon, so in approximately 9 hours from now, we will be launching the charity live stream for this month, the 24-hour spooky, scary live stream full of horror games. We're going to be playing everything from all 4 FNAFs, Outlast, Spookies, House of Jump Scares, SCP Containment Breach, all that stuff. 24 hours, tonight 9 p.m. The charity is going to be the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Our goal is $100. There will be, sorry, my neck's real stiff. There will be giveaways at different intervals once we make those donation goals. There'll be, I have 4 prizes set up. 2 Steam Code giveaways, Rosalina and Luma amiibo, and a Yoshi's Woolly World. A sealed copy of Yoshi's Woolly World. Yes, so we'll be giving away this Rosalina and Luma amiibo and this sealed copy of Yoshi's Woolly World along with the 2 Steam codes that I talked about. So, look forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to set it up so whenever people donate, jump scare pops up, makes a noise, it'll startle me, it'll startle other viewers. It's kind of like an audience participation thing. Like, because it'll get kind of boring, I feel, if sometimes in the game nothing really scary is popping up, but I'm really on tilt and like on the edge of my seat watching, playing what's happening. And then you guys can throw out a jump scare that I literally would never expect. And just like throw me off, scare me, potentially kill me by getting scared again. It'd be a lot of fun. Nick. And so I felt the appropriate topic for this week would be obviously suicide, since the charity we're trying to raise money for tonight is suicide prevention. Kind of partially goes hand with the anxiety I talked about last week and depression, which I have yet to talk about on this vlog series. But suicide is a very real concern that a lot of people they'll joke about it, like, oh, ha ha ha, like, go kill yourself, or I'll kill myself with X or Y. Like, some people just don't think about what those words really mean and how they can really affect people. Because you never know what demons someone's facing. You never, just by looking at someone, you can't tell what they've gone through, what they're currently going through, and some people just have really low triggers. I'm like, that's not something you can help. And so some people say it's just trying to be really PC about everything. You're like, oh, why should I have to censor myself for someone's sake? But like, is it okay to not censor yourself at the risk of inadvertently killing somebody? Like, is it so much to ask for you to actually just care about someone else's well-being or care about how someone else feels? I mean, we all have something that we personally do not like to hear or do not like to be called. Something to that effect. And it's not asking a lot to take other people's feelings into consideration. It really doesn't take that much energy to just take that extra step to show either people you know that you care about them, so you're willing to take these extra steps to show them you care and make sure they feel comfortable, or even a stranger. Just like you obviously can't tell what your friends have been through or currently going through just by looking at them. You definitely can't tell that for a stranger. And by showing that stranger you care, even if you don't know what their triggers are or if they have any, just simply telling them, like, when you see them pass by, if you guys accidentally brush each other, instead of just getting really confrontational and abrasive, like, hey, watch where you're going, get out of my way. Just a simple, I'm sorry, are you okay? And like, thank you and whatnot. Like, those simple things just matter. Or even just telling a random person that they matter. Just saying hi to them. Just asking someone about their day. Little things like that a lot of us take for granted. That can literally save someone's life. Just because a lot of people with suicidal thoughts and depression typically go hand in hand. And people with depression, like, just, you think about one little thing. you think about something you like, and then you tend to overthink that. You can think, for example, I really want to go to the museum. Like, they're having this new exhibit or whatever, or any other example, but museum for our current example. I want to go to the museum, but I went on a date with my ex at the museum. My ex and I broke up on bad terms. And because of that, like, you suddenly don't want to go to the museum anymore because of that horrible association. So you'll just cut yourself off, and you'll quit doing things that you enjoy doing simply because of that mental illness you have. And that's not to vilify or like stigmatize that mental illness. It's not like a mental illness like, say, the Joker, like, because a lot of people tend to associate mental illness in that kind of sense. No, it's not to that same effect. It's no different than it's no different than like an illness you would just go to your regular physician for, like a cold, a flu, a stomach virus. It's the same kind of illness. It's nothing like how people associate it with. It's nothing to be looked down upon. Nothing to be looked down upon. It's not something that, oh my god, this person's crazy because they have like depression, anxiety, OCD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia. No, it's a real disease that needs to be looked at in a very professional manner. And I myself have experienced several suicidal thoughts throughout the years. And as hard as it is, like, this is like the first public forum I've ever expressed this out at. But like, I have attempted suicide twice this year alone. And they were not pretty occasions. They were partially because I just stopped taking my medication. Like, currently I'm taking HTP, 5-HTP. It's something you can get at your regular drugstore or grocery store, supermarket. Like, I got mine at HEB. You can probably find it at Albertsons, Target, other places similar. It's a very because whenever I started taking medication, I wanted something very natural. I didn't want to get like potential side effects that would just, sure, I don't feel as depressed, but this other side effect doesn't really change the situation. So I wanted something very natural just to fix help my chemical imbalance. And so I was recommended this, and it really does help me whenever I take it. It just really helps me. It's not like a happy pill. That's another thing about depression. Whenever you get medication for it, it's not, even the medication I got directly from doctors, it's not something you'll take within like 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, just be like, oh, happy, yay, everything's fine. No, it really balances out your chemicals so you can think logically. Like the example we had earlier about the museum, you can think logically about how, well, I may have gone to the museum several times with my ex, we may have broken up on bad terms, but that has nothing to do with my current visit. So you can think like that and just shut up, phone. God, I'm having a moment. Jesus. Okay, and so just stuff like that. Something very helpful that it's not going to be a necessary pick me up, but it's going to make you feel normal to be able to get through the day just like anybody else. And honestly, as someone with depression, like, that's all I want. I can't speak for everybody else, so that's why I'm saying it. That's all I want. I just want to be able to function like everybody else, just without having to think those deeper, darker thoughts. And that's what these pills have really been helping me do. And I had those bad suicidal thought episodes whenever I wasn't taking my medication. So I really implore everybody, if you think for a second that you don't need it anymore, you're like, oh, I've been fine with it, I don't need to take it anymore, blah, blah, brush it off. Don't. If you really think you're ready to get off your medication, talk with your doctor. Either the doctor who prescribed you the medication initially, or just go see, or if you're taking 5-HTP like myself, just go see another doctor. Tell them that your symptoms, you feel you have depression. If it's been like clinically diagnosed yet and that you're taking the 5-HTP, and ask them if you should get off it or if you should get another pill, or just they can talk you through your special case with you, because each person has a case by case differences. So just please don't do anything rash and stupid, because whenever you lose to someone to depression, like it's a big deal. Like even to the people, just to the people around you, like, because when someone dies, because people die every day, lots of people die every day, but when someone dies of depression, the people around you could say, sorry, my neck's still not wanting to pop. Say someone around you dies because of just some freak accident. That's nothing you, as a friend of that person, could have done to prevent. So, like, obviously you're going to feel upset about it, you're going to feel sad, but ultimately there's nothing you could have done about the situation. So you more or less accept the situation as is. Whereas with depression, as a person who knew the one who committed suicide, you feel guilty almost. Like, I should have done this. I could have done this. Why didn't I do this? And I understand having depression and suicidal thoughts. It's a lot of pain to just carry with you throughout your everyday, and just trying to brush it off like it's nothing. Just trying everything you have to just smile and just pretend like nothing's wrong, even though you can't, no matter how hard you try. But something I never want, I've never wanted it, and I never want it in the future, is to make someone else hurt. Like, I just want this pain to go away, but I don't want to. If the cost of making this pain go away is to hurt someone else, even just one person, let alone it's going to hurt more than one person, but even if it just hurt one, like, it's not worth it in the end to me. Like, that's not what I wanted at all. So, I mean, I still get those thoughts, but I just have to remind myself, I have someone I talk to whenever I feel these thoughts. They really help me get through it. Even I told them, like, whenever I have these thoughts, whenever I come to you feeling like this, just tell me this. Just so every time I go to them about it, they tell me the phrase I told them to, like, hey, I'm here with you, you're okay, you're safe, you're with me. Like, just something simple like that. Or even I have music saved on my computer and saved on my phone, that, because I'm a very musically oriented person, so whenever I listen to music, I typically get like some kind of strong emotional attachment to it, where I feel a certain emotion every time I listen to it. So I have certain songs to help cheer me up in those kind of situations, just as like, so I can get rid of those suicidal thoughts. And earlier this year, I actually lost, I don't want to say I lost somebody, but someone I really respect, someone who really inspired me to be creative and to put myself out there. They committed suicide earlier this year, and it wasn't someone like I knew personally. They never even knew I existed, but like, it wasn't until like 2 weeks ago, I couldn't even think about this without just like bawling my eyes out. I typed about this situation, or this experience, to someone, and I started just like, tears just started flowing. I wasn't even verbally saying anything aloud, but it just taken me so long to, I don't even want to say cope with it, because it's still in the back of my mind. But he didn't even know I existed. He was such a huge inspiration to me, and him being gone was such a huge loss to me. I can only imagine how the people close to him feel. It's not pretty. And so that's why I really chose this charity for this month to be the one we raise money for, because it's a very important cause that does help save people's lives. And as always, in all my vlogs, if you ever need help, all the hotlines and even the text hotline, like, if you have anxiety about talking to people on the phone like I do, there is also a text number that you can send text to instead of calling the Suicide Hotline. And there's also numbers for international people. There's also numbers for international, like Europe and all that, and then there's some Canadian-oriented ones. There's also hotlines in the description about LGBTQ plus specific hotlines or trans-specific hotlines. Because, and I feel those, the LGBTQ and the trans-specific ones are very important because not everyone can associate or sympathize with the struggles that LGBTQ members or trans people go through. And so, while you obviously can call the typical suicide hotline, these can potentially help you with your specific needs more so than the regular hotlines. And so, I invite everyone to come by tonight. Even if you come by for an hour or so, if you come by tomorrow on Sunday, like I said, it'll be 24 hours, so Saturday 9 p.m. to Sunday 9 p.m. The whole time frame. Excuse me. I'll be going for those 24 hours. I will try my best to go through those 24 hours. I intend to, but if for some reason I just physically am incapable, I will let everyone know via social media, and I hope to have fun with everybody. There's no reason why we can't help this awesome cause and have fun at the same time. And so, like you guys know by now, I like to end the videos with unboxing of toys or just random things, just to kind of not end the video on a sad or somber or serious note. So, this week we're opening the Pokemon Center exclusive Cynthia Nendoroid. I was thinking of saving this for next weekend, Halloween weekend, because she's like black, so I thought Halloween-esque. But I was like, nah. I've had this Nendoroid for like about a month now. I ordered it with the it's way over there. It's like the giant 32-inch substitute plush. And so I've been really excited to open this. So she's definitely the first Nendoroid, or she's definitely the one we're opening, and not waiting until next week. So, motherfucker. Oh, this tape. Yeah. So get her out. Okay. It's not how I expected it to be packaged. There's handling instructions in there. Get out. There's a little instruction booklet. In case you've never dealt with an Nendoroid before, it tells you all the do's about them, how the Garchomp goes together, how like the Cynthia has different faces, so you can take them out and change the facial expressions. So whoa, there's this bottom attached here. So this says the Garchomp. The Garchomp fins, and I guess Cynthia's extra arms. Oh, and has a little Pokeball, so that she can hold it like, ooh, look, I'm a trainer. Cynthia is definitely my favorite champion. So here we go. This is inside the packaging, like I was saying earlier. She has different facial expressions. So you have just like your basic Cynthia, and then like eyes closed, like, ooh, majestic and shit. This Garchomp's huge. Look at that. It's like fucking way bigger than Cynthia. It's kind of weird. Nendoroids are... Oh no! I dropped the thing. The chair. Nendoroids. Typically small chibi versions of characters like this. Shut up, chair. We're doing a show, chair. So yeah, this is her. Let me take off her head. This will go... Don't want to break it. Ah! Fuck! I dropped the thing. I got it back. It's this little, like... collar thing, or I guess, I don't know. So throw this thing aside. That was on her neck. Alright, here, and see, this is Cynthia. We put on the hand holding the Pokeball, and this hand's like going, go! Get him, Garchomp! Get him! And she even has this little stand on her legs. Little feet. So put a there so she can stand up like this, like, ooh, little Garchomp. Now let's get Garchomp together. Looks crazy. He's a lot simpler. Whoa, it's like Okay, his feet come out. Garchomp looks pretty straightforward. Compared to Cynthia, at least. Like, it just fucking... Oh my god, his head. Oh no, it just moves. It just rocks like, yeah! Just getting rocked back and forth. And Garchomp doesn't have the customization that Cynthia has, but I feel he also doesn't really need it. I mean, he's a fucking Garchomp. Just... Oh, his tail went sideways. It does. Let's get the last two. How do these arms go on? This shit goes outside. Oh, fuck. Can his shoulders not move? That's lame. I want the shoulders to move. Oh, they do move. It was just kind of like stuck in place. So, one other Garchomp. You lost your other arm in the war. In the war the lieutenant serves in. Alright, and then... Ah, shit. So you can move his arms up and down, but you can't move them like side to side, really. And here's Garchomp. Garchomp looks like really cool in his own right as like a figure. Let alone you get this with Cynthia. I think it's like $50. Yeah. So $50 at Pokemon Center, you get the Cynthia and this Garchomp. This Garchomp's like huge compared to her. So I feel overall for like the $50 price tag, which is usually the price for most Nendoroids, if not, well, not all of them, definitely not all of them, but it's the average price for Nendoroids. This is definitely worth it, because not only do you just get the Cynthia, who's cool in her own right, you get the Garchomp, who's also cool in his own right. You get so 2 for $50, and she's probably going to go the same route that Red did for the Nendoroids, which is the generic Pokemon trainer from Pokemon Red, where he was about the same price whenever he was on PokemonCenter.com like a year or so ago, year and a half, 2 years. But now he's like $200. So she's been up for about a month and a half, 2 months now. But I definitely, if you have the money, I wouldn't hesitate much longer to get her, because like I said, she'll probably go the route of Red. And then in the near future, N's coming out, which N from Black and White. And instead of having Garchomp, he has a Reshiram. I'm not a big fan of 5th Gen or N, so I think I'm going to skip that one altogether. But yeah, definitely recommend the Pokemon Center exclusive Cynthia Nendoroid for anyone who's big on Pokemon, Cynthia, Garchomps, or whatever. And so, that does it all for this week's vlogging series. Once again, 9 p.m. tonight, October 24th, the spooky scary charity live stream for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. 24 hours. You don't have to be there all 24 hours. You can stop by, come in and out, or just a few hours consistently. And if you want, there's also another stream going on tonight. Or this weekend. I honestly don't know the Twitch link. I think it'll be on twitch.tv/VGBootcamp, but it may be somewhere else. But it's going to be the Smash the Record, the charity event. They're going to have Smash tournaments going on for charity. They're going to have speedruns going on for charity. It's going to be a really cool event. So if you're done, if you come to my stream for like 3 hours, blah, 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 you're like, I'm tired of getting scared. Like, ooh, need to relax. Feel free to go over there. They're also, I think they're raising money for St. Jude's. So also really good charity, really cool event. Feel free to help them raise money for their goal to, like, share the love. Okay, and I'll see you guys next week in another weekly vlogging series, but I'll see you guys tonight for your daily dose of vitamin J. Your second daily dose of vitamin J. Alright, see ya.